So let's talk about removing limiting beliefs once and for all. Realize what a belief is. A belief is simply a thought that is thought over and over and over again until it is believed to be true or fact. A belief controls how we perceive the world and what we manifest, because our perception of the world, our belief, is directly related to manifesting. But the truth is, a belief, no matter how powerful, is just a thought. It holds no actual power besides what we give it. We attract what we believe. So it's very important that we change it. So we must realize that when you were born and up until you're an adult, you have very little control on what goes into your subconscious. So it's not really your fault. I know a lot of us beat ourselves up over our beliefs. Maybe we try to manifest more money and it's just not working out. And then we realize that our beliefs are holding us back. And we may beat ourselves up over it. But it's not really your fault. Because you were handed down these beliefs. And anything that is your fault is when you become old enough to realize that you can change these beliefs. Then it's on you. But up until then, it's not your fault. And so, realize that it's not your fault, but also realize it's not your parents' fault either. We are just trying our best, all of us, and they were just passed down beliefs and they pass it on to you. But you are breaking that cycle. You are going to break that cycle because you are aware, and awareness is everything. So we change the belief by changing the thought. So how do we change a belief? We change it by changing the thought. So how do we change our beliefs then? By just our thoughts. Will you go back? How did you learn this belief in the first place? You learned it by repetition. Tons and tons of repetition. And so you must think a thought repetitively over and over and over again until it becomes your new belief. But not only that, you must react differently. Meaning, your old reality is manifesting based off your old beliefs. So even if you have the best, vision for yourself, the best idea of what you want this new belief to be, that's fine. But what's going to happen is your old reality is going to give you your old beliefs manifested in front of you. And if you react the same way that you're used to reacting to those, then you are going to stay in that reality. So you must react differently. Talk it out. Talk about this belief that you have. Write it out. If you don't like talking, then write it. And really think about it. So let's give an example. A lot of people have a pretty crappy belief when it comes to money. They believe money doesn't grow on trees. They believe that it's hard to get. They believe you have to go to college and make a lot of money. They believe you have to work hard to make a lot of money. None of these are true. None of these are true. These are only beliefs that your parents and maybe their parents and society has passed down to you. But they're not true. They are just a belief. And so you must realize that even though it seems like it's a fact, it's not. You see, a belief can be molded into anything you want. You can literally pick a belief and it'll work. That is why the placebo is a thing, because people believe so many different things, yet they work. And so what you must also do is you must work down to the core belief from the vague belief. So let's say that I believe, or someone believes, that they can't have more than, $2,000 a month. And so you look at that and you'll think to yourself, when was the first time that I thought this? When did I first think that I can only achieve this much? When is that first thought? And you might come back, you might realize that, hey, my dad only made $2,000 a month. And be like, okay, so why am I feeling this way? And you might realize that your dad always said, you're just like me, son. You're just like me, daughter. And so you subconsciously started to believe that since you were just like your dad, since your dad said that is you. But then you can work it out. You can say, hey, that's not true. That was just, a random statement that he said. He didn't mean it in that way. He just meant you act like him sometimes. But that's just his belief. And so once you realize this, and once you come down to the core of where this belief actually manifested in the first place, you can dissect it, logically talk through it, and then realize that it's not true. And on top of that, you start adding the affirmations and the subliminals of the beliefs that you want to manifest instead of that. And that is literally, quite literally, how you change any belief that you want. It's fairly easy. You just have to talk to yourself. You have to, face yourself so that you can realize what that belief is. So I hope this video helps you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.